More shocking details about Betty Bayo's husband Tash finally emerge. Welcome to TMN Media and remember to subscribe. Now, fresh allegations have emerged from Boston, USA, where Tash works, painting a portrait of Betty Bayo's husband Tash and raising deeper questions about what the beloved singer may have silently endured before her untimely death. According to multiple sources who knew him in Boston, Tash was not the charming, supportive partner many believed he was. Instead, insiders describe a man with a long history of manipulating women, using his attractiveness and charm to lure unsuspecting victims and allegedly leaving behind a pattern of emotional damage and financial exploitation. The picture forming is unsettling, and for many Kenyans, it is becoming increasingly impossible to ignore. Sources from Boston portray Tash as a man who presented himself as confident, handsome, stylish, and smooth-talking, but behind the charismatic exterior, he allegedly operated with a clear motive, targeting women he believed he could emotionally sway and financially benefit from. He doesn't settle with anyone without benefits, one source bluntly revealed, a statement that has since sparked intense debate on social media platforms across Kenya and the diaspora. According to people who interacted with him during his time in Boston, Tash allegedly mastered the art of love bombing, overwhelming new partners with affection, promises, attention, and romantic intensity, only to later turn cold, manipulative, or demanding once he gained their trust. What shocked many is how consistent these stories appear, even though they came from individuals who did not know each other. Women reportedly complained about promises of relationship that never materialized, sudden requests for financial assistance, disappearing acts after receiving money or favors, emotional manipulation whenever they questioned his intention. If true, these allegations raise painful questions about what Betty Bayo herself may have endured behind the radiant smile she always wore in public. As the story unfolds, one of the most disturbing claims centers on financial exploitation. Betty Bayo's mother had already told the nation that her daughter suffered financially under Tash, alleging he drained money from her and left her distress during her final months. She mentioned instances where Betty Bayo would cry to her, explaining her husband had taken advantage of her kindness, generosity, and trusting nature. This Boston allegation now seem to mirror the same pattern. Individuals close to Tash during his time in the USA claim he frequently targeted women who were stable, hardworking, or financially comfortable, women he believed could support his lifestyle or ambition. This pattern has led many Kenyans to ask, was Betty another victim of the same behavior? Did she unknowingly walk into a relationship with someone who had perfected his pattern long before she met him? The resemblance between the allegation from Boston and the claims made by her mother is both chilling and heartbreaking. While none of these news sources claim that Tash was physically violent during his time in Boston, nearly all of them describe a man who allegedly left behind broken trust, unfulfilled promises, strained relationship, financial dispute, and romantic betrayal. Several individuals allege they witnessed emotional breakdowns. Some women who claim Tash had misled them. Others insist they warned friends about him after noticing repeated patterns. The most common description of him was what he was a man who always looked for personal gain in every relationship, a claim that has resurfaced now in Kenya. For Kenyans following the story, the Boston allegations are not just random gossip. They appear to align closely with what Betty's mother tearfully revealed. My daughter lost money. She was stressed. She was almost depressed. She trusted too much. Those are the words from Betty Bayo's mom. These newly surfaced accounts add weight to the mother's emotional testimonies and increase concern that Betty Bayo may have silently endured far more than the public ever knew. The emotional weight of these stories has left many Kenyans feeling a mix of anger, sorrow, and betrayal for a nation that adored Betty, a gospel singer with a golden voice, a peaceful spirit, and an infectious smile. The idea that she suffered financially, emotionally, or psychologically in silence has been unbearable. TikTok, Facebook, and X, formerly Twitter, are overflowing with tributes to Betty Bayo, calls for thorough investigation, speculation about Tash's past and present behavior, debates about why women endure abusive relationships silently, and demands for accountability. The revelation that Tash might have had a troubling past long before meeting Betty Bayo has only intensified public scrutiny. Many now wonder, was her death purely medical? Did emotional stress worsen her condition? Did she hide the signs of distress to protect her marriage image? Were there warnings that everyone overlooked? Kenyans have made one thing abundantly clear: they want the truth, the full truth. Another heartbreaking aspect involves Betty Bayo's two children from her previous marriage to Pastor Kanyari. With their mother gone and their family thrust into the national spotlight, many Kenyans have expressed deep concern about their emotional well-being. Question persists: were the children aware of the alleged tension at home? How much did they witness? Are they safe? Who is protecting their innocence during this storm? Many believe that revealing the truth is not just about justice for Betty. It is also about securing safety and emotional closure for the children. Claims of womanizing, fraud, manipulation, and emotional exploitation. These accusations from Boston are painting a picture of a man whose past was possibly filled with controversy long before Betty entered the picture. If these allegations are true, then Tash didn't suddenly became problematic in Kenya. He may have simply continued patterns developed years earlier, patterns that Betty may have never fully understood until it was too late. This revelation cast a shadow over everything that has happened since her death: the blocked postmortem requests, the rushed burial, the claims of abuse, the financial dispute, and now a suspected history of manipulation. Each new detail only deepens the public suspicion. As Kenyans continue to mourn Betty Bayo, her story is shifting from personal tragedy to a national discussion on how women are treated in marriages, how abuse hides behind perfect social media pictures, and how dangerous charm can be when misused. Kenyans are now demanding a full investigation into Betty Bayo's final days, transparency from Tash, justice for any wrongdoing, healing for her children and family. Because to many, Betty was not just a singer, she was a symbol of joy, faith, resilience, and inspiration. Her death has left a void, and the new allegations have left deep, unsettling question that cannot be ignored any longer. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get every new video once I